Hey folks, Bill Gallagher here for Daily Death and Taxes. We're currently 0-3 in this league trying to play for our 50 pity points. Can we get our play points? Haven't really seen the Displacer or Mangara that we threw into the deck do anything interesting yet. This hand's pretty good. We're gonna want more mana as the game goes on, but we get Giver into Thalia, which is totally fine. Delta Island Ponder is a pretty ambiguous opener, but Thalia is probably going to be good against it. The real question is like whether or not it's going to be good to attack with the Giver of Rooms. If our opponent is like a Sneak and Show deck, then the answer is yes. If our opponent is like a Miracles or Stoneblade or Delver deck, the answer is no. I said that, like, clearly indicating that it was better to not attack with the Giver of Runes, and then I did that. But apparently it doesn't matter. It looks like our opponent is probably playing Storm. I mean, that is a probably. This still could be a control deck. But I'm going to hedge towards this being Storm. I think I am just going to attack with the Thalia, though. I really don't want to be wrong. And, like, I have a Stoneforge Mystic to protect now as well. Alright. Infernal Tutor reveals a Cabal Ritual. Really hoping to draw a land so I can wasteland my opponent without having to think. If I wasteland my opponent, that puts them to 6 cards in graveyard. A fetch land will put them to a 7th card in graveyard. They'll get to Threshold for Cabal Therapy. If they cast Cabal Therapy as their first thing right now, it is not thresholded. So their second Cabal Therapy would be thresholded. I don't think they can win yet. Those are the two that I wanted. I'm going to take a turn to put the Batterskull in play. It provides a lot more pressure, allowing me to close out the game, and it will also gain me some life. While my opponent might be able to, like, potentially start storming through a Thalia, I don't think they can storm through if I've connected with a Batterskull once or twice. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. So I can leave back a Giver to protect the Thalia and still present my opponent with lethal next turn. I never want to count ANT out. The deck's very, very powerful. So this could be like Dark Ritual, into Cabal Ritual, into Cabal Ritual. Into like a baby tendrils to stay alive, perhaps. Ooh, this map is going to get interesting. Am I going to die? Cabal Ritual, Dark Ritual. It's 8 down to 5 tendrils. Ooh, I think my opponent is going to get me with like no wiggle room left. Yeah, storm count is 13, so that is going to do 26 damage and kill me. Yeah, see, this is why I'm saying I never go and count the storm deck out, because this sort of thing can happen. And this is why I wanted to get that Batter Skull hit in, to try and prevent exactly this. So I liked the way that we played that one. It just didn't work out. All right, we have a lot of hate cards for the post-sideboard games. Chalice, Surgical, and Rest in Peace are going to be coming in, replacing some of our weakest cards. So we'll probably start by replacing Swords of Plowshares and Umezawa's Jitte. Then we'll like junk the Jailer. That's really not where we want to be. Well, I guess Eldrazi Displacer is like maybe better than Flicker Wisp because they do similar things. And like maybe we'll board out either a land or another generic beater here. I think Karakas 3 can probably pretty safely go. This hand is going to be very soft to a single piece of discard. I'd like a hand that has 2 hate cards in it, and I'm very likely to be able to find a card that has a single hand that has a single hate card again. So I'm going to mulligan this one, try to find something more redundant. This is not good. I don't think this hand wins. It runs into the same problem that the 7 ran into. We will keep 4 of these. So we'll send away this sword. We'll send away the vial. We'll send away a land. This hand is about as powerful as the first hand that we opened up with, in that we're still soft to a piece of discard, and we're not doing much else. All right, well, at least we are going to stick a turn 2 hate piece. The first hand would have been better in this one, in that like Thalia is stronger than Rest in Peace in this matchup. Can't necessarily win them all here. And the Graveyard Hate is definitely better than it looks at Ant. Since Ant primarily wins via Past in Flames flashback, and gains additional mana in big chunks via Cabal Ritual. This is a very strong hate piece. We are going to need something more than this. Still have no regrets on my mulligan decisions. I also don't know about that upkeep brainstorm there to just preserve mana. If my opponent can't, like, go off almost immediately, then I feel like just holding that for a little bit longer gives them much greater value. I'm fine with exposing the Stoneforge Mystic to a Fatal Push if my opponent has one of those. Every point of life is relevant, since an ad nauseum is going to be a great way to win through my rest in peace. Death. I mean, I'm so on board with that massacre. That was a 2 for 2. I don't know that it was correct to just cast that massacre there. Wait, that was also hardcast massacre? Oh, wait, no, I played the planes this turn. Never mind. I take it back. Echoing Truth, my Mirran Crusader back to my hand? Yeah. I mean, I'll redeploy. I think that's better than playing the Vial. Okay, so can you go off now, opponent? And you were just trying to get those other cards out of your hand? Yeah, that is indeed what was happening. Assume that's red, Past in Flames, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, die to 22 damage worth of tendrils. Alright. I'll be back tomorrow to see if I can pick up a single win this week. This has been absolutely brutal.